Welcome to A Gallen of Questions. My name is Pat Gallen, and my guest here today is someone you probably know from his days at The Inquirer, where else?
NBC
The
Sports
Fanatic,
Philly.
NBC Sports Philadelphia, which was then Comcast Sportsnet, SI.com, now with CBSSports.com. John Gonzalez in studio. Hi, buddy.
My man.
How are you?
This is better
Welcome
now that
home.
Thank you. This is a wonderful homecoming. Get to see your smiling face. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
This is amazing.
It's
We
a
were just
belated birthday, but yeah.
happy belated birthday. We were
Yeah.
just reminiscing about working together a very long time ago
Yeah.
and how quickly time flies.
What was the show we did that you would invite me on? Lunch Break.
Oh,
Lunch Break. That's
I
what it
forgot
was
about
called.
Lunch Break. We did Lunch Break, the 700 level show,
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, we go way, way back.
Yeah.
So today, Gallen of Questions,
So
20
excited.
questions in the can. We don't know what direction it's going to go in, but that's the beauty of it, right?
Do you prep these questions?
I do prep these questions.
These are all yours.
These are all mine.
Okay.
From my demented brain.
Okay.
No, there's a lot of basketball questions in here, obviously,
Okay.
because the Sixers had a big offseason. You were an NBA writer, analyst for CBS Sports, so I figured let's knock some of that out. But there's some extra stuff in there. So why don't you
Okay.
do the honors and
Just
jump in
grab
there.
and then
grab one and start.
anything-
We'll go back and forth, and we'll just.
Do I give you both?
No, you open.
I open.
You open.
Okay. All right.
Tell me what you.
Let's
you
see
got.
here. Who's the one NBA player more people should be talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to think about this for a second. There's a number of candidates here.
Yeah. I had one name come to mind that he's a star,
Okay.
but do more people nationally know about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander? Or
Oh.
should more people know about him?
I mean, absolutely. Like I was even skipping way past
Okay,
him
you're
because
going like
well,
down
he
the-
finished second in the MVP race, and he's
But he plays in Oklahoma City, so
Fair.
Are like non-NBA like fans and diehards? Do they know that name?
so. Well, I would hope so because he's an incredible basketball
Yeah.
player. As I said, he finished second in the MVP race, and rightly so. And there's a case to be made for him finishing first. I mean,
Sure.
they're in Oklahoma City. They're the youngest team ever in the playoffs to end up with the number 1 seed.
Right.
They had a gangbusters year. They're built not just for right now, but for the future and perpetuity because Sam Presti has done such an amazing
Like
job.
1,000
This
picks.
is a great pick by you.
Oh,
you're doing
thank
this
you.
for me. You
Can
just
you come
answer
up with
all of
one
these.
on your own?
I would have gone SGA, but I thought that was too obvious. Ant-Man? Do enough people talk about Ant Edwards?
Maybe not.
I
Maybe
would-
now after the Olympics.
He's
a
so
little
good
more.
and so fun.
He is.
He's super dynamic, and then also like he loves to talk.
Yes.
and I love to listen.
And he
to
was
him
great
talk.
in Hustle with Adam Sandler.
Excellent movie.
Great actor already. Kind of unfair. All right, next question.
This is great.
Who's the most annoying player in the NBA?
Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, that's.
It
what I'm
has to
thinking,
be Dylan
too.
Brooks,
It's gotta
right?
be Dylan Brooks. God, he is so. How are you his teammate? Like, what do you think as his teammate? Because there are guys like throughout sports history
Yeah.
that you're like, I hate that guy on the other team, but I love him if he's on my team. I don't even know. Is that the case with Dylan Brooks?
I don't know. I think Patrick Beverly would have been that guy that you just mentioned, but he's out of
Okay.
the league and he's playing in
Yeah,
Israel
in
this
Israel,
season. But we saw what happened last year when he was on the Sixers, people liked it, and then he
Yeah.
goes to the Bucks, and he was supposed to try to help them, and then he was just like a total jerk in the
Yeah.
locker room to a reporter.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dylan Brooks, what redeeming qualities does he have? I don't know. Not
can
a lot.
play. I mean, he's a good
good.
player.
Yeah, he's fine,
He's
but
not a
I don't
player.
know that it's like at the level of like his mouth to his game
Okay,
is like
fair
a
enough.
little disproportionate.
Fair enough.
But yeah.
All right. We're cruising through.
All right, here we go.
Try to get to all 20.
This
here.
is the greatest gimmick ever.
Oh, is it?
On the 700 level show back in the day, I don't know if you remember this,
Yeah.
very early we did a very stupid bit called rotating guest.
Okay.
And we would put somebody in a chair
Yeah.
and spin them and ask them
remember that.
questions, and that was rotating guest.
As they got
Super
sick.
dumb. This is much better.
That's a good one, though.
All right, here we go. Was Paul George the only move the Sixers could make this offseason? No, but it was the best one.
Right.
And if they hadn't made it, I don't know what the backup plan was.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what was the other move that was even remotely possible?
I mean, Brandon Ingram, probably. You're trading for
You're
Brandon
trading for him
Ingram.
now.
Maybe you added DeMar DeRozan. None of these things are good. You don't want any part of Zach LaVine. His contract is onerous. Paul George was the perfect fit for the team, the perfect fit because all you have to do is absorb him
Yep.
into cap space. He's not going to be one of the, like Jimmy Butler. Maybe there's a way that you could have acquired Jimmy Butler, but when you get Jimmy Butler, everything
You get
becomes
everything
about
else.
Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Paul George is just going to, like, the worst thing Paul George will say is, I kind of miss LA, and everybody will go, great.
Right.
Go back out on the court.
Sure.
So, yes, Great pick.
Rank the PGs in Philadelphia. Paul George.
Oh, Pat Gallen.
Yes,
Pat
that's what I was
Gallen,
going
number
for.
one.
That is correct. Correct answer. Okay. How much blame does Joel Embiid deserve for the Sixers falling short in the playoffs?
Yes. I mean, yeah. I mean, the answer is yes. You can assign whatever percentage you want.
Right.
But I've been thinking about this for a long. I love Joel Embiid.
Yeah,
He's amazing.
agreed.
He never gets out of the second round. But when you think about all the teams that they've taken into the second round that have had opportunities to get out, what's changed? They've changed all the players.
Mm-hmm.
They've changed the coach multiple times. They've changed the front office multiple times. What's the one constant? It's Joel Embiid, and he's the best player.
Right.
So when you're going, everybody has a hand in that. But number one's got to be Joel, and I think he'd probably agree with that. I mean, he has to get out of the second round eventually.
I don't pretend to know like the lineage of each team and where the playoffs go for all of them, but it does seem like this franchise with Joel Embiid is particularly snake-bitten. When it gets to that point, the Ben Simmons, the Markelle Fultz, it's like all these guys come here, they forget how to play basketball, and yeah, he does deserve blame, but it's obviously a little bit more, well-rounded than just that.
Look,
but it comes back to him. I think you're right.
Kawhi Leonard hits a 4-bouncer. I was in the building. It's absurd, right?
Right.
Ben Simmons passes up a dunk. It's
Yeah.
absurd. I mean, like, there's moments where you go, okay, that had nothing to do with Joel Embiid. But in totality, he's the main guy. I've always wanted to do this.
So do it.
Here we are.
A bucket. We call it a bucket.
Oh, no, I
question.
wanted to do it with
Oh,
you.
with
I don't
me?
want to
Oh,
steal
that's
your
awesome.
bit.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
Well,
this
I
is
was giving
fantastic.
you-
I'm so honored to come home and do this. All right, for Tyrese Maxey to take the next step, he needs to do what? What do we mean by the next step? He's already an all-star.
He's an all-star.
We're talking about, he wasn't under consideration for the Olympic team. I think for the next one he will be.
Right.
All-NBA is a tall order, top 15 player.
I guess I was thinking more along the lines of like the star leap where the team can lean on him more if Joel Embiid is out. Can he be? He's not a one, right?
He's not. But he's
Is there the possibility of him becoming a one, or is it just he's a smallish guard and you're going to top out on whatever talent you have?
I think to be a one, I'd want to see more defense from him.
Okay.
His ceiling is probably limited on that, but get a little bit thicker, a little bit stronger. Yeah. He's super quick, obviously.
Sure.
So, defense, a lot of it comes down to effort, and I don't think he doesn't try. I'd like to see him become more of a two-way player to become really a one. He's a great 1A, though.
Yeah.
And
sure.
on this team with Joel, that's a big deal. I think the other thing is closing, right? I mean, they've always needed a closer. I think that PG will help on that. The other PG, not Pat Gallen. But although you were a big shooter, I mean, back in the day when you played with Kyle Lowry.
Absolutely.
Maybe it's you.
I knew that would come up at some point in this conversation. Favorite memory covering the Eagles?
Were there any? I wasn't covering them for the Super Bowl.
Okay, right.
I was at the Super Bowl. Does that count as if I didn't cover it? But I was.
No,
I was
you
there.
got to go back to when
I have to go back to when I was there. So this is something that a few people know.
Yeah.
They have for a while there. They had a cafeteria where they were allowing the media to eat in the NovaCare complex cafeteria.
It's like $10.
It was unbelievable. Yeah. And Elliot Shore Parks and I of WIP fame used to talk about, this was pre my wife, we would talk about like, do we need to bring dates here? This is like one of the great unknown restaurants in the city. So the cafeteria?
The cafeteria beats the players, the coaches.
It was
the front
really great.
office.
Yeah.
I love that. Is it your turn? I think it's your turn.
I think so.
Yeah.
Did you put the stickers on that? Is that me?
That's me, actually.
Okay.
That's rude. Let me turn that off. I did put the stickers on there. Some were given to me. Some
Great
were
sticker
acquired.
choices.
Yeah, we got some good ones on there. Princess Diana is my favorite.
Saw that one. Got Harry the
Prince.
K.
The Prince in the Sixers jersey.
So good.
That's beautiful.
Nicely
Thank you
done.
for pointing that out.
Yeah, those are great. All right. Is Jason Kelce the greatest representation of Philadelphia in history? I think he has to be.
He's up there, right?
Like, I was thinking about this. I mean, forever everybody would say like Brian Dawkins or somebody like that. But Jason,
Which is still true.
Yeah. He's
there.
right there. I mean, like if you were going to do a Philly guy, athlete, Mount Rushmore, or whatever the Philadelphia equivalent would be.
What would that be? Boathouse Row.
Yeah. I mean, you'd have those guys on there. But Kelce, I was talking to somebody about this the other day. He has a chance now in his like post playing days to become a less bro-y, more likable Pat McAfee. Like he's just
Yeah.
an everyman that everybody likes, and he gets it. And his, him and his brother running around at Taylor Swift concerts, and he's taking his shirt off, and like he doesn't he look like the greatest hang ever?
It looks like he's just having a blast doing what he's doing. Are we getting to the point where it's like, is it Kelsey overload? Is that possible?
No.
Okay, good.
I'll have more of it. Thank you.
All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. Next question for John Gonzalez. What is your favorite Olympic sport?
Okay, this is tough for me because I just came off of a 2-week super binge of the Olympics.
Yes.
Name a sport. I watched it. I got to a point where the synchronized swimming came on, and I was like, this is where I draw the line. I have to have a line, and it's going to be synchronized swimming. 2 minutes into synchronized swimming, I was like, you know what's amazing? Synchronized swimming. So I watched all of it.
You were in.
I was so in. I'm going to go probably all the track events I love because I'm a runner, and I like just to watch people compete at those races.
Yeah.
But also beach volleyball. I live in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Basically, the beach volleyball center of the universe is South Bay, Los Angeles. It's 10 minutes from my place, and I walk out there and I watch them play. And it's
Manhattan. It's crazy.
Right there. It's amazing.
I'm an indoor volleyball fan. I'll
Okay.
die on that hill. I don't know why it's not more popular. Beach volleyball should be even more popular than it is. But indoor volleyball, I think, deserves a little bit more as well. That was my sport. But I basically the same as you.
played
just binged.
volleyball too?
I did play volleyball. In
Look
high
at
school
you.
and
Very
college.
talented, very athletic.
Somewhat.
All right. Best bar or restaurant in Philadelphia? Do you want to go first on this one?
Well, restaurant is like Zahav. I think
Zahav
is the
is
best.
amazing.
Royal Izakaya Sushi in Queen Village, I think, is probably my favorite restaurant in the city. We get copious amounts of takeout from there.
Can I tell you how annoyed I am by that answer? Because I lived in this city for 10 years before moving.
Yep.
When I came home, I was here for 10 years and then moved back out to LA. I lived a block away from Royal Izakaya when they were opening it for 6 years. And then I moved to Los Angeles and they finally opened it.
No.
I was a block away. I was right there, and I still have not been. They've been closed, I guess, for the summer or whatever. The back room is closed. They're not back open yet. And it's also hard to get a reservation. I should say I know Pat Gallen. Maybe I get a table.
They'll kick you out. They'll kick you out right away.
I want to say New Wave for a bar.
New Wave.
Because I love New Wave. And I was just at Vernick last night. Amazing.
Vernick's great. Daryl Morey.
Okay.
Is he overrated, underrated, or properly rated as an NBA executive?
He's not overrated. Properly rated is tough because there's so many crazy Philadelphians who I don't know what they expect from him.
Right.
This year, this offseason was a great example. I'm a big fan of Daryl Morey.
Yeah.
Big proponent. Like since he became a general manager in the NBA, I believe his first year was like 06, I think. But anyway, he's one of the top 5 general managers in the NBA and has been for a long time. It's hard to win.
Yeah.
Look what he did this offseason. He set a very high bar for himself, put himself on the high wire with no net and said, I've got this cap space. Here's a plan. And as we said, if he didn't get PG, he could have gone splat.
Yeah.
He didn't, though. And on top of getting PG, he got Eric Gordon and Andre Drummond and Caleb Martin on a good deal. And your guy, Kyle Lowry, comes back. And it's just...
back, yeah.
He did
a great job.
The answer is, depending on the level of your crazy Philadelphianness, properly rated to underrated.
Somewhere in
He's
the middle
really
there.
good.
All right, fair enough. Good answer. Correct answer.
Yeah, everybody has to give Daryl a break. Okay. Oh, man. All right. The Sixers can beat the Celtics this year if...
Anytime you start with an oh, man, that's not a good sign.
They're so good. I hate that they're so good, the Celtics. Things have to break right. Good thing is we saw what happened this offseason with the Olympics, and Jason Tatum didn't play, and Jaylen Brown was upset about not making the team, and then his teammate Derek White goes and makes the team.
Plays more minutes than Jason Tatum in the Olympics.
Maybe there's some discord there. There needs to be like some internecine warfare in Boston.
Yeah.
So that would help.
Okay.
And then
Number one, hate each other.
They have to hate each other. Jason Tatum's shot has to continue to be broken. Embiid has to have an MVP season and stay healthy. PG has to be the third piece that they've been missing. And what we said, Maxi's got to take another step forward. A lot of things have to break right.
A lot of things have to break. They're so good.
They're so good.
Drew and it's kind of unfair.
The Drew part's ridiculous.
It really is. It's really unfair. What's your karaoke song? because you have a voice of an angel.
I have a terrible voice. I don't sing. I don't know that I've done karaoke ever, and I used to. So when Colleen moved out to Los Angeles, her first place when she was establishing a beachhead for us was directly across the street from this place called Gaslight, which is like a legendary L.A.
Okay.
Gaslight or Gaslamp, one of those.
Okay.
A legendary karaoke bar.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that I love, just as a personal song, that if I could sing it, I would.
Yeah.
Cyndi Lauper, "Girls Just Want to Have Fun" is a fantastic ditty.
That's a great answer.
It's a great answer. She carries a tune better than me. What about you? What's yours?
That's a good question.
You give me the question. You don't have an answer for you?
I just do karaoke. We did karaoke down the shore with my family. We did a lot of 90s songs.
Okay.
Like really bad, like alt-rock songs. Hootie.
Who
did Hootie and the Blowfish. That'll be it. It'll be Let Her Cry, Hold My Hand.
All right, fantastic. I would love to hear this.
Those will be the answers. You will not hear that today.
You want to just do a bar or two?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Acapella? Maybe at the end. Don't rule it out. All right. Rank the off-season moves most to least important. We've got Caleb Martin, Andre Drummond, Eric Gordon, Kelly Oubre, and Kyle Lowry. Okay, these are great. This is tough. All right. I'm going to go Kelly Oubre first.
Wow. Okay, that's number one.
Just on this list, I'm going to go Kelly Oubre number one because he was such an integral part. It's hard to find wings. He plays at both ends of the floor. And also $8 million a year for Kelly Oubre is that's the sweet spot.
Sure.
He was way underpaid last year.
Yep.
He overperformed that contract. I thought he was going to get north of this deal.
Agreed.
Excellent job by Daryl Morey. And I like that Kelly Oubre wants to be here. This next one is a toss-up. It's either Caleb Martin or Andre Drummond. I'm probably going to go Caleb Martin because you're going to get significant minutes out of him. He's an awesome defender.
Yep.
And what we were talking, he's kind of like a little bit Dylan Brooks light in his attitude.
Okay.
Like he's aggressive.
Yeah.
He's there's a lot of nice guys on this team.
Yeah.
Caleb Martin could go the other way sometimes.
I like that. They need that.
They also got him on a sweetheart deal.
Yeah, that was another $8 million a year contract. He thought that he was going to get way more than that, and he was sadly mistaken.
Well, he could have, and then there's some weird stuff that happened with his agent and Miami and whatever. The reason why it was tough on this second one was because Andre Drummond coming back is incredible. I would even put that like 2B along with Caleb Martin because, as we all know, they've always needed somebody to be a backup for Joel Embiid, and they had him before, and it worked out, and they offered, thank God for the Chicago Bulls, who have the worst run front office in the entire NBA. They offered multiple second-round picks at the draft or the trade deadline last year, and the Bulls said no because they're
the Bulls. They haven't made a trade in like 5 years.
Completely mismanaged. And instead, they got nothing for him in the offseason, and then I'd go Gordon and Lowry tied. Yeah.
It's a good list. Why don't we just go quickly through? Was Team USA correct in keeping Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese off the Olympic squad?
Yeah, in retrospect, you'd probably want them on there.
Probably.
But Diana Taurasi earned it. She got her 6th gold medal. She's been there forever. It was a swan song. Good for her. 6 gold medals.
Thoughts on Joel Embiid's performance in the Olympics? And bonus, is this the best Olympics you've ever seen?
He was good. He didn't start out good. Everybody was giving him heat. I thought he acquitted himself really well over the final few games. Hopefully it's a springboard for this season. And was this the best Olympics I've ever seen? Yeah. Every Olympics is the best Olympics I've ever seen. I can't get enough of this. Did I tell you about the synchronized swimming?
You did. You love You're going to be in the pool real quick.
You and me. Maybe we'll get a team together.
What's one question you have for me? That's the question.
What question do I have for you? How are the kids? You got like 12 kids now.
I have 2 kids, 4 and 1.
They're multiplying.
You heard me when I sat down in this chair and I made that noise and went, oh.
You groaned.
That's from that.
You groaned. It's from the children.
Question. Will the Phillies win the World Series?
That's just burn that question. Set it on fire. Do you have a lighter? Many years ago, I moved back in 2008, took the Inquirer job. They went through a stretch like this where they tanked in August, and I wrote a column, and I killed them, and Shane Victorino yelled at me in the locker room, and it turned it around. So, Shane, if you're out there, come yell at me.
Write something. Write something.
I don't know if these work anymore.
Give me your off-season NBA power rankings, top 5. Who are the top 5 teams right now in the NBA?
Celtics. I'm trying to think of OKC.
Yep.
Celtics, OKC,
Okay.
Wolves,
Yep.
Knicks,
Yeah. Okay.
and I'm going to go Nuggets just because they still
Nuggets.
have Joker.
Okay. So
But it's
Sixers do
really
not-
tough.
Do not make that.
I don't think so. Not the
yet.
top 5.
All right. That's what I was getting at there. Jared McCain over Dalton Connect.
Connect.
Right or wrong?
I'm going to go right. I understand why a lot of people want to Connect. He's NBA ready right now.
I always read that name. I'm like, that's Connect, isn't it?
But after I didn't see Jared McCain at all in college, and then I watched that first game where he was like all over the place. He wasn't efficient scoring, but he was passing the ball really well. And I'm like, is he the new Tyrese Maxey after one summer league game? Maybe.
That would be unbelievable.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, this is the last
last one.
question of
That was
the
quick.
show. If you were a bird, which one would you want to be?
I mean, I have to be an eagle. That's an easy one,
That's
right?
the correct answer. That's what I was going for here.
We got to be an eagle.
John, it
which
was-
doesn't sound easy though.
Thank you so much for coming in.
This was
To
great.
see you. That was the quickest 21 minutes of your life.
Maybe the best.
The best.
Maybe the best 21 minutes.
I like
this
that.
was excellent.
Thanks, John.
Love
Appreciate
to the
it, buddy.
fam.
Yeah.